This is Radiant Voices Media.
This is your permission slip to speak your truth, own your story, and laugh through the chaos. Welcome to the Transparently Jordan podcast. Perfect. Well, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, man.
Maybe if you don't mind, just giving the listeners a little bit insight of who you are, and we can kind of go from there.
Okay, well, I am Team Rishi Fitness. My name is Rishi, Rishi Dhingra. I came to Australia when I was 22. I thought I was doing PT for 12 years, but it's actually 11th year this year. So it's not 12, it's 11. In one of my posts, I would have said 12, but it's 11, just letting you know.
Yeah.
Most of the time, like for my whole 12 years of doing PT, I have trained men, women, older, elder, like young teen, everyone. Since pretty much last few years, I think my shift is going towards male's health. Why? I do believe like women are always looking after themselves, but I think men are less aware. Also, this is how as a male I feel like I'm not saying women don't, but I do feel like men's mental health and everything is deteriorating, and we see it all the time. So I have a big passion for males' health. So this is my goal. For like, I'm still training women. It's not up now. But my shift is changing towards males' health. I want to make their health better. Of course, they're gonna get muscular. They're gonna get stronger. They're gonna, look good and being, gonna get shredded or whatever. But the main focus is I want to improve their males' health. So this is what my mission is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's good because like I think to help men transform and whatnot, like there's so many women's trainers out there, right? And I think like a lot of time, even with male trainers, is focusing on women's, and we forget about like the men's mental health and that kind of stuff as well, especially in the fitness space. We don't focus on that and we forget about that. And it's becoming a bit more known and accepted even to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. What I do a lot of research.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Australia, 61% of males are overly obese. 49% female are overly obese. And that's the data says as when you look Google, ask ChatGPT, they're pretty correct. And there's a reason behind it. There's a reason is a female look after herself better than male. Period. Males just do not look after themselves. Now, we talk about your haircut, my haircut, shaving, all that. How often we groom? How often we said, oh, we're going to put a sunscreen on. Oh, we need skincare. Oh, we need to dress up for this. When we not be like, oh, I need to buy a new shirt for going out because someone is getting married or a woman, I put up more effort in. So as a woman, she's more aware than men to put more effort into herself. That could be the looks, health, whatever the way she wanna look. But male, they're just less aware. I have males come up and they were like, I want to lose some weight. Just want to feel good. I said, yep. I'm not fat. I don't have much body fat. I just want to lose a bit of weight. I'm like, just send me 3 photos. Front, side, and back. Because when they're telling me I just want to look good, or most of the time I know they are more than 25% body fat. The issue is they have no awareness. They are around 25% body fat, which is 15 to 20 kilos heavier than their normal weight. And now disregard the BMI, because BMI could be wrong. BMI is just another shit tool to understand. But if you haven't been to the gym, never been, BMI is okay to go with. Like my BMI will be overly obese. Yeah, but my body fat is not like less than 12%. Yeah. But if someone who hasn't been going to the gym, never, just do normal meal, eat, sleep, train, or eat, sleep, goes to work and stuff, chances are that male is carrying around 25% body fat or more, like like say a normal male, 5 feet 8 inch, that's like a normal height. They're on 90 kilo, chances are they'll need to lose 20 kilo. So what their body fat percentage is, anywhere between 25 to 35%. So, but that male has no idea they need to lose 20 kilo. So this is how it is. So it's no about, and then if the male is single, and then also they have no many friends, males are taught to not show emotions. Males are taught to be strong, provide and do this and that. So many burdens. Males first thing they feel like, oh, okay, what about my mental health? They forget about themselves. So this is where being in the shape, being exercising and looking after yourself will come. It will make you confident, make you feel good. Hopefully you will gain more confidence to ask someone out, Then also this imposter syndrome, you are not good enough, that will go away as well. And that will start from just getting in shape. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I like that point there. Like I think our perception sometimes is a little bit off. We think when it comes to even the food that we're eating or things like this is a common topic that's come up in the past on the podcast is we think one thing is good. We think some people think, oh, having 25-30% body fat is all right,
Yeah.
Some people think that eating a certain way is all right, but it's that perception and that lack of awareness that
big time.
that I think kind of puts people a bit backwards in a sense.
Oh yeah, like this is how I deal with every day, right? Awareness, eating. So I ask someone, like a normal male which has lack of awareness of food, and there's so much social media, man shake, this shake, bulk, keto, I don't know, so many. You know what? There's so many, you cannot just name every of them. There's that many. I will be sitting here for another few hours if someone said to me, oh, eating a chocolate is bad, isn't it? And I'm like, why is it bad? What's wrong with a piece of chocolate? Well, it's bad. It will make you put on weight. No, it won't. Well, this is what happened to me. I was eating too much chocolate. I said, that's what your point is. You were eating too much chocolate. The calories you were eating too much. You didn't stop at one piece of chocolate. You were eating a block of chocolate every day. So do not blame the chocolate. Blame your habits first, because that's where the issue is. We are naming food as bad. Well, there's no such a thing bad food or good food. Like good food is there, like of course, but there's no such a thing bad. We connect together with, like if your families or friends, what we do, we're like, hey, let's catch up for a drink. Let's catch up for the food. Now, if you have a friend who is asking you every single day, let's catch up for a beer, you're having 7 or 14 or 21 or even 28 beers in a week. That's a lot of calories, my friend. But catching up with your mate, having a drink, is actually really good for your mental health. Also, it is good for your fitness and everything as well. Aspect fully, like for your living life. Because We need friends. We need people in a life to have just for longevity, to live longer. Otherwise, we'll be depressed. So, food connects us with people. But when we sit together, we're not freaking looking at, hey, grilled chicken and broccoli, right? We are looking at food which makes us happy, which is delicious, which is full of flavors. And all this food have, don't know, like thousands of calories. Who knows? It doesn't matter. It just having here and there is the way to go. But labeling them, oh, my mom or whatever the food, it's too bad, I'm not gonna eat it. Well, it's not that. It's the issue is rest of the other times you are not eating according to your goal is bad. So maybe you have to fix that rather than naming a chocolate or any other food. This is the awareness people should understand. Hey, the issue is your habits has to be in place. This is why I don't believe in discipline. People think, oh, you need to be disciplined to. No. Discipline will not, let's say you are ready for a comp, like you want to be doing a bodybuilding comp. I've done few. And I can tell you right now, for 20 weeks prep, 25, 6, whatever the prep. And I normally did like, if it fits in macros. So I'm not the guy who's sitting down eating chicken and broccoli. Like I'm eating variety of food. Here and there, end of the day, I'm eating maybe a spoon of ice cream, maybe a serve of ice cream, maybe a couple of times a week. But the 20 weeks, as we are getting closer to the prep, of course, calories have to go lower week by week. Depends, how good you're looking and how shredded you want to look on the stage. And as we are getting closer to the stage ready, the life is getting out of the window, like your normal life. Pretty much say, let's say 8 weeks out. Depends on how much body fat you had to lose before, right? So let's say 8 weeks out, you are like, that's it. It's time to dial in. And that's what I'm talking as a comp ready. Those 8 weeks, you have no life. You're just gym, out, eat. This is what you're doing. And in those 8 weeks, when you are eating less, you are pretty much on a pilot mode, like you're just like doing your thing. But stay away when you get out of it. Yeah. And this is what I'm saying. So for 20 weeks, I'm so disciplined. After that 20 weeks, if you are a self-aware, I have self-awareness with what I was eating. Stayed away. I want to back to eat what I was eating before the comp, because they are my normal habits. Like I was eating my breakfast in the morning would be like, let's say eggs and toast. That's what I do every day. Wake up in the morning, I eat 2 pieces of toast and 2 eggs. Great. I love it with tomato chutney. Come back, I eat my yogurt, my wheat bakes. This is lunch is some sort of meat, some sort of rice. Dinner is some sort of meat, some sort of rice. In between, I will have a shake or whatever. A couple of times I have a takeaway. If something, my mates ask me to come, I will go once in a month, once in 3 months, I have a drink or so. I want that stayed away, right? That is my habits. That was my discipline for 20 weeks. So the habits should be in place. Can you imagine if those habits were not in place? How can you gain the discipline to be in 20 weeks and get ready? Probably not. And if you say, okay, 20 weeks to discipline, but there were no habits in place, I bet you stayed away from when you get out, you're like, oh my God, thank God I finished the hell. You go back, you binge, you just have a negative relationship with the food, and you are another 20 kilos heavier. And then you say to everyone, oh, that comp, bodybuilding is no good, it's no great. And look, if someone asks me to do another comp, I will rather shit in my hand and clap. Like I don't want to do it, right? Because I'm a father, I'm a husband, I have business, I have a lot, like different perspective of life. But the people who are inner, and I know I coach some people, it's a freaking good challenge. Yeah. But also, these people who are doing it, they're not disciplined. They have good habits in place. So it doesn't matter you're doing a bodybuilding comp or you are just doing a normal life. There's no such a thing discipline. There is, you need small micro habits in place. Those habits will take you long way than discipline. So this is how I believe.
I think that's interesting because it's a very common thing that I get asked all the time, you know, training for a half Ironman. I've run 12
I was gonna
marathons
ask.
and
Yeah.
everything. You know, I get asked all the time, "Oh, how do you stay so disciplined? How do you, you know, train 2 times a week? How do you eat this and that?" And I think I tell people all the time, it's because I've done it for almost 10 years now and it's habit. You know, I feel like for me it's more it feels more awkward not going to the gym or not going for a run or something because it's just such part of my life right
Mm.
now. Everything's kind of revolved around that. But that doesn't mean that on the weekend I don't go out for brunch with a friend or, you know, I don't have a Kit Kat or I think like that lack of self-awareness sometimes and like you were saying in the beginning like we associate, oh, you can't have a donut because that's a bad food.
Yeah.
But you know, I think if you're thinking about weight loss, for example, like there are people out there that I'm sure have had fun diets because, you know, they're still having a donut, but then they're sacrificing a whole bunch of calories elsewhere,
Oh
right?
yeah, that's
So
how it is.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think like I really like the habit thing because once you've done something enough, it becomes a habit and then it's not really, you know, it's not really an issue anymore.
Oh yeah, it's like you know, someone said like I did it 2 weeks. I was going to Bali, in July. I did. I put on a thing. I said, "Hi, losing my just want to get in because I was in what do you call in Japan for 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, and another thing I don't do anymore. I do not train while I'm on holiday. When I'm staying with my family, like I have a business in Bali. I go every 5 to 6 weeks. So when I'm there for a week or maybe 8 9 days, I train there 4 5 times a week. But that's what I'm doing. I'm training. I'm going to work back home, whatever, back to my place. But when I'm with my wife and my little man, I do not I do not train. That's my 2 weeks with my family. I want to switch off. I have zero desire to train. Here and there, I might go for a run just to clean my head because, you know, we are active people. We like to move our body. You know, it's just important for us. But otherwise, no, I don't want it. Okay. So I did this thing. I said, look, coming back from, I said, we had this deal with my mates. We will all look in neck shape. And for me, getting in a shape, I'm in a shape, but I want to be like, for my standards a bit higher for myself. So I was like, I want to get in shape. 2 weeks. So I did a 2 week shred. I put myself in deficit for 60%. Yeah. So I was on 1600 calories. Yeah. My carbs were like 150, protein was 220, fats were like 30. So 2 weeks. I have other 4 people join me. I lost 5.5 kilos in 2 weeks. Got in shape. 2 weeks, right? Why I got in 2 weeks? What happened in 2 weeks? It's not I have a willpower or I'm disciplined. No, I just have habits in place and I have more awareness with the food I can eat, more knowledge, of course, and other people don't have it. And I understand this is why we coaches exist and we can help you out. It's like a plumber exists, they're gonna fix your tap, you know, and electrician exists so they can switch your bloody, switch. Like, you know, you can't go to YouTube and freaking touch the naked wires and say, hey, I can look at the YouTube and we can see this freaking negative and positive can go together. Probably, you might shock yourself, right? So this is why a lot of people go with, hey, I'm going to do it my own, and they fail. And then they blame the people on the internet rather than they're blaming themselves. But end of the day, if someone is there to help you out, you will get there, right? And these 2 weeks when I did with other people, and the other people nailed it as well. They were like, this guy was 6.6 kilo, another was 4.5 kilo, this girl was 2.5 kilo, and they're all training with me still. But what happened in those 2 weeks? Nothing. I had habits in place. Just had habits in place. My habits drive me to just stick to my freaking 2 weeks. What's the two? It's 2 weeks. What is that? Nothing. If I can't control, and I still have my hot chocolate at night, I had food outside with my wife, just because I'm smart with my training and my eating. And a lot of people, they don't do that. So that's where it comes. Your habits in place, you do that, and this is where you will learn more. And when you learn more, you will also make mistakes. You will learn from your mistakes, and then you will build better habits, and then you're autopilot.
Yeah. When somebody comes to you and they are, going through their routine, what's a common habit that you have to advise against? If a man comes to you and they're trying to lose weight, let's say, what's something that you notice all the time that somebody's doing throughout their life that, they need to maybe adjust to become a better habit and a better version of themselves?
Two things. One, eat more protein. Period. People do not understand the importance of eating protein in their life, in their food as well. It's not just for because you want to get muscular. No, protein increase your protein increase your blood cells. Protein increase your hair, your skin. It works on everywhere, and that's the only one thing people don't eat. When they are in deficit, they were like, "Oh, I'm in deficit," and I was look at their food. They're deficit in protein. Protein doesn't give you energy. So you're actually not in deficit because you're still getting energy from fats and carbs. Yeah, let's say someone is in 1800 calories and they are like, oh, I'm eating 1600 now because my maintenance is 1800. And you look at them, 200 calories are coming from deficit. Oh, that's protein. Well, you're not in deficit then. So one is protein. Another thing, people think they need to do more. More. No, you need to eat. You need to. You need to do. They need to do more. That's what they say. No, you need to do less. Sleep. Why are you not sleeping? How are you gonna recover? Your body is like, you need to sleep. You need to give your body a rest. Give your body a rest, and you burn calories when you're sleeping anyway. And this is how you're gonna lose body fat. If you are not sleeping, your cortisol level will be high. Yeah, your cortisol level is high. Chances are you're not gonna lose body fat. And then your coach will be like, "Oh, you need to drop your calories."
Right. Yeah. Why do you think it's harder? Like you alluded to a few things before, mental health, things like that. But when men are wanting to lose body fat, why do you think it's harder for men in general to reach out and ask for help?
Because they are so proud. I'm not wrong. I'm a man. So true, man. And this is a full confession. I never say sorry to my wife, and this is bad. Why? Because I'm a man. I'm not wrong. You could be wrong. I'm a man. I'm so proud. I do no mistakes. And then tell you one thing more. The person who is a higher in place at the job or whatever, let's say someone is like doing a store man. He's on a low standard work, right? Like, no, I'm not sorry, my words, not low standard. Like, it's a general job, like a calls, night filling and stuff. So they have people on supervisor managers. They are telling them, hey, you have to do this. They assign them a task and do it. So these people are still listening to people. So when they listen to people, this man have a little bit more. So if I tell them, hey, you need to lose weight, or they're coming, they have more, not awareness, they'll be more like, oh, I need to lose weight. Someone who is a boss, manager, someone who is bigger at bloody, CEO, who's going to tell him, hey, you need to lose weight? Who's going to give him this sort of awareness? Hey, you need to lose weight. Either they are self-aware, like, hey, I need to lose weight. My pants are getting tighter. I'm at the meetings. I don't look good. My company or whatever. Like most of the businessmen I train, that's what I train anyway. dads and stuff. You know, dads come to me, they just want to get better because they want to be better dads. They want to play with the kids, right? This is what this is what I thrive on. I want to look after myself for two reasons. One, I want to be like good to play with my little one. Second, I want to live longer to spend more time with my family. And I don't want to freaking look at my grandkids one day sitting on the wheelchair while they are playing. No, I want to play with them. And I want to give my little one a good run. So when he's getting older, I'm like, he still have to look up to me, not look up to freaking someone else dad. So this is what I'm doing. That's my purpose. So yeah, but men, they struggle to ask why. They're so proud. So they need to let their guard down and just ask. Simple. Just ask. Ask your wife if they have partner, or your mate. Hopefully you have good mates as well. But yeah.
What are some other reasons? You already mentioned like some good ones, but what are some other reasons why men generally want to lose weight?
Oh well, it's depends on the age.
Okay.
So let's say it's a 20-year-old.
Yeah, let's say 20 to 30.
So
Yeah.
20 to 30 is the age when you are not married, you are kind of going out, you want to look better. Simple. It's better. I don't think there's much feeling in it. Yeah? Like when I started going to the gym, but first thing I missed the bus. I was 24 years old. 24. I was at uni. I missed the bus. I was like 100 meters. I could not run. And I'm like, freaking hell. And that awareness was like, I cannot run 100 meters. I could not. So I was like, another reason. So that was the reason. Another reason was my wife is Australian. I just met her. I want to look good for her. Yeah. And that was it. I was like, I want to look good. And slowly, thank God, the gym I was going to, the people were like supportive. The guy who owned the gym was supportive. I have coaches who actually really helped me. I still have a coach who helped me out. This is how I am in shape, and this is how I tell everyone: make sure you have a coach. By 20 to 30, it's pure. Most of the people who came to me, they just want to look good. They want a good look for the girls. They want to look good for themselves. Having a six pack is very cliche, but also give you a confidence boost as well. A good body will give you a confidence boost. Like if you, and I tell everyone, you want to be successful, you want to be, people wanting to talk to you, you want to be not be ignored, you want to make sure you are thriving in life, get in bloody shape right now. Doesn't matter what age you are in anyway. But 20 to 30 is pure looks. Then 30 to 40 is like now you are settled. Sort of. If you have a good head on the shoulders, you are settled. Yeah, right? Then your focus change, your why change. I always say your ikigai, which is your purpose, your why do you want to do it? Like as I told you, I'm a father, I'm a husband. I want to do it for my family. Yes, one thing, and I tell everyone, I want to be in shape forever. Why? Because it makes me feel good, healthy. It's a symbol of health. Also, I want to be making sure because my kid or my kid or someone else who's a father out there listening to this, kids as well, they do what their parents do. If you look at the survey, most of the people, families, if their parents are like overweight, chances are your kids will be overweight as well. You see it. If they're not now, they will be later. Because whatever you are doing it, your kid's gonna do it because that's how kids learn things. Like I'm shit at kicking footy, right? My wife is really good at kicking footy. I'm learning. I'm playing with my kid footy, and he loves it, and he wanna play footy, but he follow crows. Yeah, because my wife follow crows, right? He wanna play golf because my wife play golf. I play cricket because born in India doing it. He would like to play cricket as well. I kick soccer with him. Can you imagine if I was like I'm 90 kilo now? Can you imagine if I was like a normal male who is like 100 kilo, tired, fatigued, have no energy, how he's gonna play footy, kick, bloody soccer, going to play golf or nothing. So what's gonna kid gonna do? He's gonna sit on the TV or computer or iPad. What they're gonna do? Watch that. So kids eating shit. Sorry, wow, whatever the food is in the house. So is the father. So is the mother. What's gonna happen? You are raising another of you. And this is what it is. And don't complain when they are getting sick, no healthy, because you didn't look after it. And same, you don't look after yourself. So how you're gonna change your kid's life? Hey, change yourself. Period. So this is 30 to 40.
I think that's very fair. Like, again, your kids follow like and look up to you, so you have to install good habits there. And like I like what you said. The 20 to 30s are often to look good. You know, that's how I started in the gym when I was 19, was because I wanted to build muscle and because I was skinny growing up, and I wanted to be a bit more bulky and everything. But like I think sometimes too, looks only take you to a certain point. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I think I remember when I was like 25, 26, that's when kind of things shifted and I found sport, I found running and triathlon and all of that. So my goals shifted. But I think for some people, it's hard to stay motivated. So how do you help your clients stay motivated when they graduate from the, oh, I don't really care about looks anymore, or oh, I got the girl, or oh, I achieved the goal. So how do people stay motivated then?
Again, it's very cliche word, isn't it? Motivated. And we go back to the normal thing. I never motivate my clients. I'm not one of them messaging them, hey, it's Monday, let's kill her. F Mondays. Hide Mondays, man. Yeah. Like, I love Mondays because I don't have to work on Monday. Yeah, and I've been training and working for my whole life for myself now. I choose my own time and stuff. I sleep until Monday is my day where I wake up at 7. My little one is going to his childcare. I get him ready. We play. I make coffee for my wife. Breakfast. And this is what we start my Monday. My wife goes to work. He goes to childcare. I have the bloody whole Monday to myself. I make content. I sit around, lazy around. My wife asks me all the time, "What did you do?" I'm like,
Yeah.
I did lots. I did this,
I made this, yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, I was,
Yeah.
meanwhile I'm doing this, but motivation is nothing. I tell you something. We all humans are very driven by physical, or not physical, like physical changes. Like, we see the change, we get driven by it. It's called like not instant gratification, but there's no such a thing. Like, people are driven by it, but also we get motivated by the change. Let's say, I tell people all the time, I said, let's say you are saving money in your bank. You want to save $10,000 in 10 weeks. Every week you want to save. So your goal is to save $1,000. So in 10 weeks, you have $10,000. 1 week, you save 1,000. You're like, yay, goal kicked. Second week, you 1,200. Third week, you put 1,400. I bet you by 10 weeks, you might be saving 15 to 18,000. Yeah. Same comes with fat loss, muscle build, whatever. More you see the change, better you will put more effort in. Again, you need to have a system in place. You need to have the habits in place. Motivation will just come itself. Yeah, because when it's raining outside, like, look at the winter now. You see freaking October, September come, you will like those freaking, I call them seasonal worms. They will come outside, they will run. But the people who are running run now in the cold weather,
There's nobody.
which, which is like, oh, there's no one there.
Yeah.
But whoever you see, one person, that guy who always run, you will see him on the, when it's summer as well. And they are the people actually you will see are making changes year by year. But the people who just pop out of no, the
Yeah.
January motivation, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna sign up. And you know what? As a personal trainer or coach, you wanna call me whatever, I really think, like, you don't need to drive by motivation. You have to have some sort of why now. And again, the fitness is not seasonal. It's a journey. The goal is not to become like your goal. Is when you're doing triathlon. How many triathlons you want to do?
As many as I can.
Exactly. There
Yeah.
you go. You'll be happy. I bet you do one and you do the 10th or you do the 100th triathlon. I bet you the dopamine you're gonna get out of it, your satisfaction will be getting out of it is exactly the same. So the goal is to become the better athlete, not how many triathlons you're gonna do. The goal is what do you call Atomic Habits? James Clear. He said the goal is to become a better runner, not how many marathons you want to finish. So you become better at doing whatever you're doing, and other things will just follow.
Exactly.
So this is how I believe in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's something that you wish you could erase? So when you're scrolling through social media or in the internet, what's a piece of advice that you wish you could erase from the internet because it's
There's
not
so much, man.
Yeah.
I wish I could erase Instagram.
I know, right? There's something new every day.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Porn.
Yeah.
No, literally, like, so if I could erase one thing, and that's coming a male perspective. So how can I say? And this is very, very, like, I'm like taking oath, right? I hate when men say they're addicted to porn. I reckon porn is like actually ruining their life. The 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 intimacy, how they're gonna have, with their partner, the um what the real word.
It sets unrealistic expectations. I think.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
expectations are very, very, very just wrong. So if I had a chance to erase something out of the internet, it'd be like that's so porn, whatever you see, or actually just porn, because it's ruining men's mental health. I think, and this is where the issue is: men don't get dopamine from anywhere else. The people who are actually sitting at home, like my dopamine is going to the gym, doing some bicep curls or freaking legs, whatever we train. Like your dopamine will be going for a 10K run. For me, it's like, what a stupid act to do first thing in the morning. Your thing is what's most satisfaction thing for you, right? For me, is like going under the bar, doing heavy squats, lifting heavy weight, because it makes me feel great. Yeah. But for you, be like, why you want to freaking break your back?
Yeah.
As a physio, you're like, do not put 180 kilo on your, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my dopamine. But it's called positive dopamine, but this is negative dopamine. And now the negative dopamine is if I had what do you call, Mark Zuckerberg let me do it, that will be the first thing I will erase. It will be like, porn. It should be it's for mental health, like literally, and I think it's just ruining, like it's just disturbing, like men's mental health, and that's why they just do stupid act and list goes on, man. This is why you see the random shit happens in news, and and this it's devastating. So yeah, there you go.
Is there anything else like in the mental health space that you find men kind of shift, like their experience when they're going through this journey, whether it be weight loss, whether it be muscle gain? I think like it does more than physical, right? It does help people mentally. Are there any common like experiences that you've noticed men kind of go through when it comes to like improving their mental health from when they first started to when they ended?
Oh, well, look, there's no such a goal end. Um, but I do believe, their confidence get better. They are feeling good about themselves, and because they are making a positive change in their life, they are feeling good. They have more energy. They are eating better. Their skin looks better. They just are a more positive person. Like myself, if I was back in India, I don't think I would be the way I am. I was like, I had zero awareness about health. I wasn't doing drugs. My mom will cook, you back from India, and mom will cook. I will eat. I go to bed. Next morning, I was 16 years old when mom, dad opened a business. I was just doing that. So thank God, I started fitness and positive changes. It's that changed my life. I should have started, if someone say, should you start earlier? Like, think of, you were 24, like nearly 25 when I started. Should I started earlier? No. I think it was a time. And the time that was the right time because this is how it happened. Yeah.
How like you mentioned this prior a couple minutes ago, but you mentioned that like, sometimes when people need to create their habits and things, like they think more is better. What about like when you're in the gym training harder? Like, how do you shape people's habits and help, I guess, like help educate them about the whole? Okay, you don't necessarily need to train more, and you don't need to train because I think sometimes like you can train less but train harder, if you know what I mean, right? In the
Yeah.
gym and get more output out of there. So
Mm-hmm.
when people are going through like training and weight loss, how do you like help them with the importance of recovery and everything?
Well, so every week, this is what I'm talking about online coaching. Yeah. Like the people, every week I have a check in. In my check in, I always ask them, how's your recovery? How's your fatigue level? How was your sleep? How's your overall well being? What was the little wins you do? How many hours what did you do for yourself apart from the gym? Like these little things. So I'll look at them. Then I have a 15 to 20 minutes call. Sometimes it goes for half an hour. Yeah. So that call kind of give me more idea, like if they're either training hard or like I have, or if they're even training hard or they had more potential to train harder. And and generally, if someone's starting the program with me, first 4 weeks, I'm giving them RPs like maybe 7. I don't want them to train hard. I want them to train smart. I want them to be like, hey, you haven't been going to the gym 4 times. Go to the gym. A female shouldn't train more than 4 times period anyway. That's it. It's enough for a female. Their hormones are way more than males, They get fatigued very quick and also they need more rest anyway. But depends on which phase of cycle they are in, yes? But this is how it is. Males can go with 5 times, but let's say someone who is starting the journey and stuff, can you imagine if they train 4 times? Do you think if they train hard enough, do you think they will give the same output next week? Let's say when you started your triathlon journey, amount of load you have to have on your legs every week. Do you think you can put the same load what you can do now? No. Same thing. It's a lot of load in your legs. Like let's say I start training for running. I was doing hard rocks running for like doing prep for hard rocks. I know for 2 weeks my body was wrecked. I could not squat. 150 was just like another day for me. Oh yeah, I know what is. I could not squat 140, 130. My legs were gone. At that time I knew. I was like, oh dear, I need to chill a bit. And if someone is new who's having a new stimulus, no, train, go easy for first 4 weeks. You have, let's say you're 25 years old. You waited 24 5 years for freaking not being in shape. Wait, result will follow. So this is what happens.
And I think like I like that too because a common theme also that's come up is, yeah, you don't need to start all out 5 days a week. It can do you a disadvantage sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's something that I get asked all the time as well. Back when I was a PT, as a physio now, like, oh, how do you train 5 6 days a week? How do you do double triple sessions sometimes, blah blah blah? And I'm like, well, first of all, I've done it again almost 10 years now. A lot of the sport that I've done, being a marathon runner, I used to do CrossFit, all of that has been a bit more endurance based as well. Like I'm an endurance athlete. So my body's used to it now, right? But again, when I first started, like you were saying, I wouldn't have even imagined running even 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Like I could barely do 2 days or
Yeah.
whatnot. And I think it's just your muscle has memory and people forget that
Yeah.
too. You know,
Yeah.
it takes a while to build that memory and to build that, it's just like trying to build muscle. It takes a while, but like you don't necessarily need to start 5 days and then I think too also that leads to quick burnout. Like who really wants to, when you're first starting the gym, be that sore, week after week after week.
Yeah.
It's a easy way for people to just give up and go away.
That's
really.
that's what normally happen. People go all in, and then they are either injured, or they are not recovered, or they both, right? Like, can you imagine? Like, I'm a guilty of her. When you become a PT and your fitness schools you've been through, colleges you've been through, I don't want to name it, they would tell you, hey, you have to give them a wow factor. When they're working out, they're making sure, oh my God, because they're giving you $30-$40 for half an hour session. Okay, so you have 30 minutes to kill that person you are training. Can you imagine? You're paying me, and I have your hands, and I'm doing this. Mate, you're killing me. And then can you imagine? Then you have another 3 or 4 sessions to go through. And I'm saying to you, this is how I did it. You make sure you do the same. Now they won't be able to do the same, but they're trying their best to do the same. How are they gonna function? If someone is like me, let's say 39 years old, who has a business, who have kids and want to play with, I have 2 dogs, I'm gonna take them for a walk, and then I have my online clients, then I have my in-person clients, and then I have other commitments. How I'm gonna function? I'll be like, you know what? I don't think I can do it. This is too hard. Like, this is where people fail, because it's too hard. And why? You, as a coach, your job is to help them, make it easy for them, make it as a flow. Hey, that's it. This is the easiest program I have created according to you. I know you have a bursitis, your knees hurting. I'm not gonna give you freaking squatting, knee bending. I'm gonna give you some flexion exercises, some calf raises, some hamstring movement. Hey, some adductors, have a look. And same with the shoulders. I don't want to give you freaking shoulder presses so you can, I want to give you some side raises, some inverted freaking chest press, some push pull movement. Take it easy. See how you go. Move your body first. First week gone. Oh, yeah, I feel good. Oh, was it good? Did you do 4 times? Yeah. Oh, man, actually, I did 3. Great. You were doing 0. Now you're doing 3. Let's go for second week. How was your diet? That's the main part. How was your diet? That was good. I had Sunday this, Saturday this. Okay, so you were 70 to 80% compliance. That's great. Let's go for second week. Second week comes, they do pretty much the same. Third week come, oh, I did 4 weeks. Why? Because it's getting easier. What did you have for your breakfast? I just make a smoothie. Great. Can you imagine if I say to you, for your breakfast, I want you to have two poached eggs, 2 toast, put freaking this fancy bloody marmalade on, and other olive oil shit and this and that. 100 ingredients later, you make your breakfast. Bro, I don't have time for this shit. Give me something easy. That person is working, so many things. Same with the lunch, same with dinner. If they don't know what to eat, and you have some sort of accreditation where you can write down meal plans, because a lot of people don't have that accreditation, make sure you have the certificate to back your ass as well. Hey, okay, I can help you with the diet. Tell me what you like eating. This is what I'm going to give you. Give them options. That's where you do it. Make them as simple as possible. A normal meal plan shouldn't be hard. And it has to be very easy for a person. Always presume someone is starting. He's a single freaking 19-year-old boy who doesn't know how to cook. There you go. Either. Gives him option as well. Hey, if you're not doing this, if you're out, eat this or that. Go for it. Good.
I think a common mistake and a common thing that I see pop up all the time, even through social media, is people like to overcomplicate things, right? People want, uh, I don't know if it's a quick solution, but they want the next best new thing. Whereas a lot of the times, why fix what's not broken? Like a lot of the times, like you were saying, if you keep it simple, maybe it helps you stay a bit more consistent. Maybe it helps you create better habits. All of this. You can still have fun, being simple. You can still make fun meals and you can still do all of this. But like, I think a very common thing and a very common theme is people want to add more a lot of the times and they want to be fancy a lot of the times. And that I think sometimes is a recipe for disaster.
It is. It is. Well, someone who has never trained and you tell them, hey, go for a 5K run, what are the chances? First, and if let's say they don't want to disappoint you because you're a great coach, they might do it. It's hard. But you say, hey, go for a 5K walk. Easier. Now, if that person is not strong enough in the mind to finish the 5K, in 5K, let's say 300 calories. In 5 kilometer walk, 200 calories. 5K didn't happen, 5K walk happened. Where you burn more? 200 calories. There you go. Simple. Yeah? Roast chicken from Coles, easy to get. Freaking making a chicken jalfrezi with a pancetta or freaking anything is bloody hard. Yeah, why do you want to freaking do that? Why do you want to give them a recipe which is 5 ingredient needed? Give them 2. Hey, have bread. Have some tuna on top. Put them together. That's your 30 grams of protein with, I don't like tuna. Okay, have roast chicken. Done. Oh, roast chicken is pretty good. Yeah, there you go. What else do you like? Oh, I like turkey. Have some turkey. Oh, what else should I cook? What should I like? What do you like? Have some protein, have some carbs. That's the list. Go for it. That's it. Cook the way you want it. Don't worry about it. Cook the way you want it. Put in the air fryer. Easier. As long as you have food, I'm happy.
Yeah, and I like what you mentioned. Like, it has to be something you like as well, right? That instills good habits and that instills consistency as well. And like, I think it goes to as well. Like, you have to like the process as well,
It is.
because that keeps you consistent as well,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
how do you I guess help clients enjoy the process instead of just chasing kind of an end goal? Because you alluded to this before as well, like there's no end a lot of the times. I think sometimes we think, oh, I've gotten to a goal or an end stage and that's it, really. But then it's like, okay, well, what's next, right? That's when things fall. So how do you help motivate people, I guess?
Well, I will say, let's say if you are, how can I say? Okay, so let's say you finish this 20 weeks of prep. Just saying. Okay, and now in this 20 weeks, your goal was 20 kilo, whatever you want to say. You lost 20 kilos. Just saying. Now, again, you are just getting started here. And my motive is to make you, show you the vision which you haven't seen. Like, it's like, I'll give them an example. I said, let's say you were making $100 a week now, before when you started, now you're making 1,000. Do you want to make 10,000? Yes, there you go. This is how potential is. And the funny thing is, and when I started gym, all I wanted was just lose some weight. We started with that. After then, you see the change. That, you know what? If that change in you is not driving you, clearly it's not enough, right? So, as a coach, my job is not to motivate them. My job is to show them the vision which they can't see, which I can see in them. And if I share that with them and they understand, sometimes people don't understand, but they understand later after a few weeks. Because because they might be thinking, oh, he wants my $100 a week or whatever. But most of the time, I want their best with their health, because whatever they pay to a coach could be 100, could be 200. Yeah, it's not much. They will spend on anyway. It's not gonna go to the bank. You will spend on, if you're not giving your coach the $100, you're spending on more booze, more food, or whatever. So it's come back to them again. And you know what? And I really like it when people go away and miss me, because they go out of shape. They're like, oh, fuck's sake. Accountability. And this is what we need. Yeah. So I pretty much say my goal is to show them the vision, which they can't see and I can see for them, and then believe in what they can do. And if they understand, I think we are good. Yeah.
What's one non-fitness habit that's improved health for you over the years?
There are two things. One thing I always say, I said, being in a good mood doesn't matter what is happening in your life, is a skill, and you have to repeat it. I have learned that skill. You doesn't matter what's going in my life, people will always look at me as a good mood. And it's a skill. Nobody can do it. So this is one thing. Second, I do not let anyone fuck with my peace. Do not let anyone fuck with your peace. Why? Because if small things will make you fuck with your peace, pretty much bigger things will just ruin your life. So do not let anyone, could be your closest mate, don't let them come in your boundaries and do it. So this is what I believe in. Sell a lot of not giving a fuck. I've read the book. We have 12 fucks in life. This is what he says. You sleep with 12 fucks, you wake up with 12 fucks. You make sure you wake up with 12 fucks unless there's a big fuck. That's like your mom is sick. You need to go to Canada. My dad is sick. I need to go to India. My brother needs help with the money because his house is burning down. My bus miss. I don't give a fuck. My car broke down. I don't care. My kid is sick. I need to go to the hospital right now. So they are so this is what I believe in. Small things, you do not sweat. Big things, you make sure you sweat. Because if you don't and can you imagine you're giving 12 fucks to the small things? Then you are running out of fucks. Then you won't have big fucks to give. So this is what it is. So these are the fitness things. And you know what? They're good for mental health. They both are. Can you imagine? You don't care what other people are talking about you. Zero.
I think it helps with your confidence as well.
Man, big
right?
time.
Yeah, and like it's like the people, when you're in the car, you're driving, and they get mad at every little thing that happens in the car and things, right? It's like you were saying, like if something that small ruins your day, takes you away from, what you're focusing on there, then of course, like something that happens later on that's bigger and more important is gonna ruin your life potentially, right? If every man that's listening, or to the man that's listening right now, if they could only remember one thing from today, what do you think that needs to be?
That's so many, man. One thing I will tell a man: get in shape right now. It will improve your confidence. It will, improve your mental health. It will give you a boost, which you're always looking for. You will feel good, feel amazing. It will make you live longer. You will be a happier person around your loved ones. It's just amazing. Being in shape, having more muscle, having a shape is more like a self-respect. Like you won't need a resume to walk into the freaking something. I had a resume. I walk into the thing and I had a job. And you know what? My English was not great my English is still not freaking good. But when I come to Australia, I learn everything and all of that. And one thing I knew after being in a shape, I was very, very, very confident with my skin. Like, a brown guy living in Australia, I never go bullied, I never felt racism. In this, here and there, you always, doesn't matter.
Just with anything in life.
That's in life, man. Like, Australia is the great country. I have met my wife, have my house, have my friends, have my people here. This is my home. And it has given me a lot. but it has given me one thing is made me because Australian people are fit people. You see them, you change. You're like freaking hell. Everybody's like different. You know why? They are in shape. Well, the people who are in shape. There are so many not in shape. But men, you're listening to this. Get in shape. That's it.
What's one thing you wish more men would say out loud about their health?
One thing about the health. I think I wouldn't. Health is just a byproduct, man. I think the men should be more vulnerable, and the society put pressure on her. More vulnerable will be nice. More outspoken with what they feel. Yeah, a lot of people do not talk, and when you talk out loud, how you feel, I think everything improves. So about their health, it's the same thing. People are like, men are too scared to tell them they have diabetes, they have other health issues. The best issue is right now is, and it's so true, testosterone. Men are facing low testosterone, period. Why? Because they sleep shit, eat shit, their lifestyle is shit. They have way, they have like zero endurance. They have, like they're losing muscle day by day, especially after 30. If they're not training. And they're just drinking too much, eating too much crap food, and their testosterone is going low. What to do? And they don't tell her. Their sex life is bad. They, what do you call, they, what that word called? The desire to have sex.
Right,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
This is anything like
Yeah.
they are they are having erectile function dysfunction, right?
yeah.
Is why? Because you are not looking after yourself. Who are you blaming to? Yourself, but you don't want to talk about it. Yeah, you are like, oh, you're the man who is like freaking a gun. No, you're not. You're not actually a gun. You just are putting a show out there. Hey, talk to someone. Don't have to talk to your personal trainer. Talk to a psychologist, maybe a doctor. Doctors don't have much knowledge anyway. Just letting you know, the doctors, you know. But talk to someone who is actually good at this. But men are no vulnerable. Again, no vulnerable, no opening up, no telling, keeping everything inside, hurting their health. That could be mental health, physical health, whatever the health you're talking about, internal, external, everything. Yeah.
And Rishi, where can people find you? Where can people follow you? Plug all of that in.
Oh yeah. So my Instagram is Team Rishi Fitness. Yeah, this is where I pretty much put a lot of content, a lot of stuff, and that's where and again, TikTok is Team Rishi Fitness as well. Facebook is Team Rishi Fitness as well. So if you look up Team Rishi Fitness, you will see me.
Perfect. Thank you for today. This was amazing. I will put that in the show notes, everybody, so you can definitely find Rishi there. But awesome. Thanks for coming on out.
No, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. And I hope I could be, making a difference to even one person who is listening to it, especially males, because again, for me, the main focus is improving men's health. And that's just my passion. This is what I want to do. And this is what I live for as well. So thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.